What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. One final time this regular season. As always, joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott as we get ready to put a bow on what has been an outstanding 18 weeks of football.
And for 14 lucky teams across the NFL,
Nick Folk ready to do the honors. And we're off and running from Nissan Stadium. Damian Pierce now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is someone who became an absolute superstar last year as a rookie. Drafted second in 2023, it's C.J. Stroud.
last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Slot man motioned over. Mechie hauls it in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. We get a look at their injured players now, Brock. And with no postseason appearance for them this season, I'd assume the goal is just to get through this game without adding anyone else to this list.
Well, you better be careful, as that saying goes, when you assume, because the guys that are out here, they're not thinking that way at all. It is a bummer. There's no question about it, and those injuries played a role in them not making the playoffs. But for those guys that get to play today, this is their shot. This is their tape, and you never know what this afternoon or evening could do for their career.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Pass complete to Mechie. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'll really break the backs of a defense.
Stroud. He's got it! And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. Second down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a player who had a string of wins to end his 2023 season. Now in his 6th year, Mason Rudolph.
And Kate, you don't have to look beyond his performance last week as really a root cause of their loss. I'm not saying the only cause. Others certainly had a hand in it too. But you aren't winning a lot of games in this league or any league if you turn it over 3 times without a touchdown to counteract them. A lot of room for him to improve this week.
Throwing the out route complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
He finds Tigga Konkwo for the grab. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Texans and running back Joe Mixon headed out for their next series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. Stroud off the play fake. He has the first over the middle. The 30. Gets the 10. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pull out in front further, 13-zip. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And just a week before the playoffs begin, partner, here's where teams stand as we play out this regular season finale. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's brought in by Westbrook-Akine.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
He'll get this complete to Westbrook-Akine. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st and 10, it's Pollard. Juke the defender. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. This one finds Boyd. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Pierce now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He finds Johnson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stroud. Has his man. It's Mixon. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's complete over the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That stop coming from Henry To'o. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 23. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10 from the 41. They're running the option, short side. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. It's a pickup of a yard, and that is how our first quarter will end. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. More from Nissan Stadium coming up. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's Titans football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play coming here. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That's completed right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. From the gun, they go with Pollard. Gets in, touchdown Tennessee. The Titans can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Tony Pollard with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans tie things up at 14. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Pierce now on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Mixon on the counter. Jukes out a one-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Stroud throwing here on first. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it across midfield and into Titans territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, a run to Mixon. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 35 out of that one. And now they have a first and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Mixon goes up and over for the touchdown. The Texans take a second quarter lead. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Play action on first down. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 39. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They're going play action. Caught by Westbrook-Akine. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. 2nd and 6 coming up here. He'll throw it yet again. That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. And he gets him around 6 there. Christian Harris on the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They've got first down from the 31. They are throwing it again. That pass complete to Boyd. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Again, a run with Pollard. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
So the Titans left with a 4th down, and we're going to see Nick Folk out for the try. This one from 42 yards out. The kick by Gano is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Here's Steven Sims with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans returning their offense and this running back to the field. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Stroud off the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far, my goodness. The Texans trying to add to their lead. From the 47, he finds Johnson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. From the gun, Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down, Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Amani Hooker with the tackle. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Flag down. This could be a free opportunity for the offense. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw, Stroud. Near the goal line. And in for the Houston touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans drive their lead to 11. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. 2nd and 10 now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Here comes the Titans punting unit. On the return for the Texans, Steven Sims. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman. With you after this one, we're jumping past halftime and getting right back to the start of the 2nd half. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So to begin the 3rd, it'll be the Titans offense we see first. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this 2nd half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pass caught by Ridley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
The give on second to Pollard. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future. I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
To the air, 3rd and long. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3rd and 4 coming up now. To the air, Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
Here's Mixon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He has the 1st over the middle. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and short. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Buying some time. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Everly's kick is good, and that extends their lead to 14.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. That stop coming from Henry To'o. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. He's got time here. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Collins there to grab it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 2nd and 3 now. Shotgun now for Stroud. Finding Collins. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. 1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Stroud now. Connects with Johnson. We'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Jeffrey Simmons that time on the tackle. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to throw, Stroud. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Airing it out to start this drive. Has the connection to Ridley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Slot receiver headed left. On 2nd and 14 now. Boyd hauls it in. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Handoff running right, Pollard. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's Titans ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. Now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Here's a throw. That one falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
2nd and 3 now. They give to Pollard on the option. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. Pass play now. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Handoff running left, Pollard. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Right back to Pollard. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The kick by Gano is good. And that'll get him back to 11.
That field goal didn't do a lot on the scoreboard to make it a more attackable deficit, but it does create a sense of urgency here for this defense to get off the field.
Sims now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Round throwing here on 1st. Completed to Collins. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Stroud off the play fake. Texans cut along the left sideline. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Going right side, mixing with it. And he's got this down to the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Stroud. He finds Johnson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Stroud. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
You know, we do enough of these games, Kate, and I am a big fan of creativity. And the QBs today are some of the best to ever do it. But that's a situation where you got to know on 1st down, it's not time to be creative, especially if you feel the heat coming defensively. Just find a way to throw that sucker in the 1st row.
And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
So now from a bit further back, here's 3rd and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he drives this forward to the 6. Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Everly's kick is good. And that extends their lead to 14.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Jackson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air now on 1st and 10. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. So it's 2nd down coming up. He'll look to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
1st and 10, it's Pollard. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and long for him here. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans now within 1 score in the 4th. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain from being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used a pass rush from the...
And he'll get into the end zone and make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Pierce now on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. 1st down, Stroud. Gets this to Johnson. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Second and 3 now. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Texans leading by 6. 2nd and 3 now. Running it with Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. On the ground again with Mixon. And this one does not go far. With 1:54 remaining, the defense burns a timeout. The Texans set to punt. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Titans will get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Throwing now. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of power.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Texans make the play that should win them this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Out now come the Texans on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Everly's kick is good, and that'll make it a two-score game. So the Texans come away with the road win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Texans as we say goodbye from Nashville.